Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Mrs. Meter Jones. Happy birthday to me.
Mrs. Meter Jones.
My birthday was yesterday, but for you guys, a couple days ago.
Yeah, happy birthday, Sid.
Merci.
It was a good day.
It was fun.
Even though you thought it wouldn't be.
I thought it'd be bad.
You really did.
Anyway, good night, Noah.
Wait,
What?
can we talk? It's the Bedtime Podcast.
Wow.
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 Wow. Wowie, 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 wowie.
I'm 32, guys.
32.
I thought about lying about my age, and then I was like, nah. I hated my 20s. I never want to go back there, even if it's fake.
A lot of people lie about their age.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I didn't either.
It's like a big thing.
Big thing. But the truth always comes out, folks. Also, like, we can tell.
Also, can I just say, when I realized that you were 32 and that you were older than me, I got horny. I have such an older woman fetish that even like you being 4 months older than me,
It's 3 months.
3 months older than me,
Or is it 4? No, it's 3.
really does it for me.
I know.
Are there any sleepyhead that can relate to that?
Sound off in the comments.
Yes, I want to hear your thirsty horniness in these comments.
Speaking of thirsty, I am drinking a Wild Wonder Guava Rose prebiotic and probiotic sparkling drink. Not sponsored. I just think it's so delicious.
That was a birthday present, right?
Yeah, my bestie gave me a bunch of little drinks from Erewhon, which is honestly exactly what I always want. So thank you, Sally.
Yeah, I think for you, I think for me with getting you birthday presents, I always overthink it.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, like the simplest, you really respond more to like thoughtful things that you like.
Yeah, when it comes to me, the smaller the better. So like I don't want anything big, it'll stress me out. I like sodas, maybe a face oil. Nothing crazy.
My friend wanted to get you a monthly subscription to Audible.
Who did that?
My friend.
Which
for
friend?
you, Ahmed.
I wouldn't want that.
And I said she will not want that.
I don't want that.
It's just too much pressure.
Too much pressure. I also don't like listening to audiobooks. I like to read.
I said that to him. I said you like to read, and it's like I'm just like, dude, why you're gonna spend like
That's so much money.
a year in
I'm glad he
advance?
didn't do
I mean,
that.
it's probably not that much money.
No, I don't think it's that much money, but still.
You know what I told him to get you?
Soda?
No.
What?
Gift card to Blue Bottle.
Gorgeous.
Is that perfect?
Yes, because like I said, I don't want to stress out about buying coffee. I'd rather have that cashola for the week.
It's like when we first started dating, I would try to go so big with like gifts and things for you.
Didn't go well.
And it never went well. You'd always be like,
I don't want it.
you know? And I think I would get annoyed. And I'd be like, you don't like this? And it's like, it's so unfair for me to get annoyed at those things
Yeah.
because it's not my birthday.
No, people think I'm notoriously difficult to shop for, and by people I mean you and my mother. But I'm actually the easiest person in the world to shop for. Just think, what does Sydney like on a day-to-day basis? Perfect. Just get that. This is a famous gift that I got for my 28th birthday. My friend Liz got me 6 jugs of cold brew, and it was the best present I've ever gotten because it made the rest of our month so easy.
I mean, we had that cold brew for like 3 months.
Yeah, it just made our lives so easy, so nice. I just want my everyday life to be easier. So a little soda, that makes me happy. A little face cream, happy, but nothing too big.
The same thing happened with your wedding ring.
The same thing happened with my wedding ring, yes.
I wanted to go as big as I could, and Sid would not let me. And it was very frustrating. It was like this weird male instinct in me that was like, no, I need to spend a certain amount of money on this. I need to. If I don't spend a certain amount of money on it, I am not a man.
And I was like, please don't. I'm literally begging you not to.
And then I would tell my guy friends, about that, and then he'd be like, bro, she is lying.
I'm not lying.
And I'd be like, no, you don't know her. And they're like, yeah, that's what they all say.
No, not me.
But you really meant it.
I really meant it because it's too much. It's too much.
Well, I think in that scenario, it's a lot of pressure for you to have to wear this ring because that's not something that you can be like, no, I don't want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like other birthday gifts I got you that maybe were too big. It's all things that you're like, we could sell this or we could return it or, a diamond wedding, engagement ring. You can't really give that back.
And I didn't want a diamond. So that was also tricky.
Yeah.
I wanted a little sapphire ring and I got it. And it was not even $1,000. And that's how you do it.
So,
because now I still love it. It's so delicate and beautiful.
It is really great.
I love it. Forever. I love my ring out forever. It's so small. Do, 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 do.
So tell me about your birthday.
Guys, the day before my birthday, I was really depressed. I missed Red. I was like, this sucks. I hate everything. I kept busy the whole day. Ended up driving to a health food store in Inglewood just to occupy my brain. Very fun, by the way. Check out Simply Wholesome. They have sea moss for half the price you get it at Erewhon. Anyway.
Plugging
Simply Wholesome. So I was pretty nervous about the birthday. But then, I woke up Monday morning, which was my birthday, and the first thing Noah did was he was like, I'm going to go get you a coffee, which is exactly what I hoped would happen. So already we're off to the races.
That's not the first thing I did.
The first thing he did was he tried to have sex with me, and I went, you think I want to have sex on my birthday? Absolutely not. That's not what I want to do.
It's not exactly what I did. I didn't try to have sex with you. I tried to go down on you.
I don't want that either. I was like, I want to sleep in. And then he was like, I'll go get you a coffee. And I was like, bingo, bango. That's what I want.
It's funny, like what I think you want versus what you actually want.
Every man thinks a woman wants sex on her birthday. She doesn't.
I mean, you did say 2 days earlier, I'm happy I'm not going to be on my period because you can go down on me on my birthday.
I was just wishful thinking. You want to be that type of woman, but we rarely are. You know what I mean? Anyway. So I didn't have sex on my birthday. Incredible.
So then I went and got you Blue Bottle.
I went and got me Blue Bottle, and I got to sleep until like 8:45, which was great. And then we went to the gym for 3 hours, as we do. We climbed. That was really fun. We did our leg workout for Caroline Garvin. I was amazing. No, I couldn't keep up.
I was getting mad at you.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It was so hard. And
I was doing it great.
Well, I'm not at that level, and you jumped to the end, and I wasn't there.
Well, it's my birthday. I'm not doing your level. You do my level. And then we did an ab workout, which also I'm incredible at, and Noah's not that good at.
I'm getting better.
He's getting better. It takes like 2 weeks to get it. Cirque du Soleil abs. Highly recommend. And then we went to eat at All Time, which is this restaurant in LA that I really like, but it's a small fortune. So I only go there on like special occasions. Our lunch was $80 for 2 people.
And
we didn't get that much.
And what's interesting is I was looking around that place and it feels like that's some people's regular lunch spot. People, you cannot spend $40 on lunch.
No, regularly, no.
If you want to go out to lunch, I get it. $20.
$20.
And that's a lot. But look, times are changing. Things are getting more expensive. You got to spend more money. $20 to $25 maybe on a single person. But $40 per person? Get out of here.
Crazy. And we each got one thing. I got a salad and he got a salmon bowl, and we each got a coffee. $80. Insane.
I will say delicious.
It was really good. I mean, it's delicious. That's why I wanted to go there. Because it's expensive. It's my B-day.
Yeah, it's your B-day. Happy we did it. But it is just like, that's crazy.
It is crazy. And while I was eating it, I was like, this is not worth $40. So maybe next birthday I'll do something else.
No, we could go more expensive on your birthday. I don't care.
Well, no, I just was thinking, even if it's celebratory, I do like think about the meal as I'm eating it. And if I don't think it's worth the money, it loses its shimmer to me. Anyway, then we went to a thrift store. my favorite one, which was disappointing for me. Noah got a tank top and some sunglasses, but I, as you know, have been lifting very heavily, and I cannot get pants over my thighs. They are thighs of steel right now, so I'm having trouble. So I'm just wearing skirts and shorts.
I got new glasses. I have these big giant glasses that are like really douchey looking that I love, but Sid hates them. And
They're horrible.
I'm not going to stop wearing them, but I did get a pair of glasses that are more day to day.
Yeah, they're cute and normal.
The giant glasses are very specifically for like when I'm outside for long hours because they cover half my face. Okay? And I can't get wrinkles because, as you guys know, I'm going to break later in life and I need to stay looking young.
It's true for both of us at this point. We're breaking later in life. Anyway, we went shopping. I'm having trouble with pants right now, so I'm wearing things with elastic waistbands, and it's fine. Weightlifting changes your body. I'll say that.
Sure does.
In a way you don't expect.
But we were supposed to, originally for Sid's birthday, we were supposed to go to Topanga Canyon. And this kind of leads us to our next topic, which is how often we deviate from the plan on your birthday.
Yes.
I feel like for my birthday, maybe it takes me a little bit longer to make a plan, but we almost never deviate from it.
Mm-hmm.
Your birthday, we'll make a plan, and I don't think we've ever done
the plan.
Well,
let me tell you why. And we've already talked about this. I feel the pressure from you and from society to do something special on my birthday, when the reality is I want to do my regular shit, but a little sparklier. So like we went to the gym. You did the workout with me instead of doing your own workout. Like it was more me-centric workout, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to a more expensive lunch, which we wouldn't normally do. We went thrift shopping, which we wouldn't normally do. Like these are things I like to do regular. Going to Topanga, it just felt like a big to-do. You know, I did expect to go, but I was dreading it. And the reason we didn't go is my TMJ has been beyond horrible. Like the other day I couldn't close my mouth. The other day I couldn't open it. We went to Mexican food. I had to suck down my enchiladas. Like it has been so painful. So
Yeah.
I had to make an emergency TMJ like jaw appointment.
And your TMJ has been especially hard on me because no blowjobs.
Yeah. I told that to my bodywork lady and she laughed so hard. And then she went, I forgot about blowjobs.
She's
queer. But it was an incredible moment for the both of us. Anyway, she helped me a lot. It's still hurting because Rome wasn't built in a day, but I'm a lot better. So she could only see me at 5. So Topanga got canceled, which was fine by me because I don't want to do anything big on my birthday. I don't like the attention,
the expectations. It just stresses me out. I just want to go to the gym, which makes me happy, go eat lunch, which makes me happy, go to a thrift store. That makes me happy. Yeah, I get it. I often succumb to the pressure of like, do something special on your birthday. I always do because when I have the few times I've done something small, I end up feeling like, damn, I should have done something bigger.
Yeah.
So I always do something big, you know, and maybe I'll change as I get older. But with you, I guess like I feel bad not planning anything.
But I don't want anything planned.
But if we were like with one of your friends and they were like, what are you doing for Sid's birthday? And I was like, we'll just play it by ear. We'll figure it out. I'm going to get judgment from them.
But that's not your problem. It's not our problem. Like, who cares?
Yeah, but they're going to think that they're defending your honor.
But I don't know because I would just be like, you've met me. I don't want to do anything crazy. I just want to go to the gym and hang out.
But sometimes you do fall into these traps and it does mean a lot to you.
Well, it means a lot to me, but I want to like hang out and do whatever I want to do. And I don't want you to get your panties in a bunch about going to Topanga Canyon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I had a great day.
Yeah, I think I will say when you called me, you said, you know, the day before your birthday, my TMJ's acting up. I can only get an appointment at 5 p.m. So we can't go to Topanga Canyon. Is that okay? A part of me was like, this fucking sucks.
You were upset. I could tell. But I was happy.
Like, this fucking sucks. So now what are we going to do? We're just going to do like what we always do on your birthday. And I didn't say that because
I felt it.
But I didn't say it because it is not my birthday.
No.
It's your birthday. If this is what you want, I need to be cool with that.
Yeah. Anyway, it ended up being a good day. Then we went to Casa Vega for dinner, which I'd never been to. Vibes were good.
Casa Vega. You may have seen Casa Vega in the Quentin Tarantino film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It was good. It wasn't that good.
Really?
I wouldn't go back.
Ugh, I hate when this happens. I hate this.
I went for the vibes, not for the food.
I hate when Sid and I do something, and in the moment she's like, "This is great. I love
didn't
it.
Say it was great.
I'm having the best time."
I didn't make one single comment on the food.
And then a day later, she'll be like, "That was terrible."
I didn't say it was terrible. I just said I wouldn't go back. The food was not that good. I went for the ambiance. I saw the ambiance. It was fun. I wouldn't go back.
I hate when that happens, Sid.
I think you need to get over it.
It happens so often.
I had a good time. I'm very disappointed by restaurant food most of the time.
It's not just restaurant food. I feel like you and I often are like going through the same experience in two extremely different ways.
But that's our personalities. What's the problem?
For once, I just want to be in a moment with you where you're like, I'm having a good time. This is good. And then when we talk to your sister or your friend later, you repeat the same sentiment.
But I never said the food at Casa Vega was good last night.
You did.
No, I didn't.
On our way to ice cream, I said, food was good. And you were like, yeah, my enchiladas were great.
Oh, I guess I did say that. They were absolutely fine. I had better enchiladas the other night.
But it makes me feel like you're just like talking, but you're not actually saying anything.
Well, I don't like to be negative in the moment because it's what people expect from me. I like to be negative 24 hours later.
It's so jarring. It really shakes me to my core.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm not saying you have to do anything. I get it. Like,
I just didn't want to be like seem ungrateful on my birthday.
I get it. I need to get over it.
Yeah.
But it's so like...
I had a lot of fun. It was a very fun time. That's why I was like, why would I be negative about the food right now? That's not helpful. I'm just telling the people of the podcast so they don't think I'm saying go to Casa Vega, because I'm not.
The people of the podcast.
Well, I don't want to steer anybody wrong. You can go for the ambiance.
I think you're wrong. I think it was delicious.
He's an easy to please.
No, did you see? That's bullshit.
No.
That's where it's unfair. Now, this is why it also gets frustrating, because if I like something, it automatically means it's bad.
No, I didn't say that. I just said you're easy to please. And I didn't say it was bad. I said it was fine.
All right. I think we're getting a little too heated. So let's move on to the next topic.
My hopes for the next year.
Yeah, Sid, so another year until your next birthday.
Mm-hmm.
What are your hopes?
You know, I want to focus on work less, but in a more good way.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so I want to like use my time better with time management. Like when I want to work less, but have the time that I work be more productive.
And can you explain to me like now how that's not happening? Like give me an example of like what's happening now that you would want to be different.
I guess I would just like my hourly rate of my life to go up. You know what I mean? The hours I'm getting paid, I would like to be more money an hour for what I'm doing.
So you're talking about day job?
No, I'm just talking about life in general. Like right now when I write, it's for free, but I would like it to not be for free.
Ain't that the truth, sister?
Ain't that the truth? Obviously, strikes going on. We have literally no idea what's going to happen. So I'd like the podcast to blow up. That's on you guys. Help us.
I'm just confused, and I want to drill this in because I think we're going to get to something great once we get there.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
Okay. I would like the value of my work to be, higher, more valued. I would like the things I put out in the world. Like right now, my newsletter is kind of like wishy-washy. I'm not loving the thing I'm doing with it. I want like every newsletter to be better instead of just like pooping them out.
Like you would like, so Sid put out a newsletter that was about Jewish identity.
Yes.
And you would love if every newsletter was at that standard.
I don't think that's possible.
It's not possible.
Because that newsletter changed people's lives and impacted them in a way that is very important.
But is that what you're saying? You would want...
I want it to be at a similar level, but it won't be at that level. That newsletter was incredible.
You see, I don't think that's possible. I think you need to have like those kind of fluffy pieces.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying I would like the fluffy pieces to be better and less fluffy. And I want them to be more gelled, more moosed, and less fluff.
How do you feel like you get to that?
I think instead of like pooping them out, which I don't know if that's the right phrasing, farting them out, instead of just like plooping them out, I want to, spend a little more time on each one instead of doing more that are worse, Do
you think you have the ability to do like, so in specific terms, Sid does this weekly thing called 5 Things That's Keeping You Alive.
It's called You Are Saving My Life.
5 things that's saving.
But there are 5 things
that are saving her life.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like your more weekly feeding of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
And then these longer things are less seldom because it's
when inspiration strikes.
But you would want those.
I think I want a combination of them.
Yeah.
So maybe less You Are Saving My Lives, but when they do happen, they're actually things that are genuinely saving my life.
Yeah.
Instead of like a face serum or, a new recipe.
I don't think there's anything to change. I think those You're Saving Your Life, people really enjoy those.
Yeah.
But I think like I really believe that you need, like, look at like even with the podcast, and I don't want to get too in the weeds on like content creation, but maybe the Sleepyheads find this interesting. You have to give little tastes of treats to people so that when you give them the sandwich, they're like salivating for it.
Okay.
And I think
instead of starving them, that when you give them the sandwich, they're ravenous.
Exactly.
Which is another technique.
It's like I think it's really important to keep doing that. So what I'm saying is I do think you're doing a lot of things right, but I also understand you wanting to have more of those big juicy pieces. I mean, that's what everyone wants. That's what we're in the game for. We want to find those big ideas that we can sink our teeth in and really get to people with. But it's fucking hard.
No, it's hard, and I've been grieving, so we'll see.
Have you written a piece on that?
No, I'm too sad.
I think when you're ready.
When I'm ready, I will, and that'll be my big juicy boy.
That's a big juicy boy right there.
Yeah.
A piece on grieving.
Yeah. What else do I hope for the next year? Just try not to sweat the small stuff so much, or even the big stuff, because my TMJ simply can't handle it.
Yeah, your body does not handle stress well.
No, that's what my TMJ person ended up saying yesterday, that I don't handle stress well, which who does, first of all? But me in particular, my body does clench and then shut down. So...
Do I contribute to your stress?
No, you mostly alleviate a lot of it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Except for when you get all pissy about me saying I didn't think the food at Casa Vega was that good a day later. Just because I was trying to be positive on my birthday. I just don't think that was so bad of me. Who wants to take someone out for their birthday dinner and then hear that they didn't think the food was that good? I had a great time. But on the podcast, I can't, with a good conscience, recommend this restaurant for anything other than ambiance. I'm sorry.
You were taking down in LA.
Nobody thinks the food there is good.
How do you know?
Because that's what everybody told me when I told them I was going there. They were like, the food's not that good, but the ambiance is good.
God. And when I hear that, and I'm like, oh, I really liked my meal, I'm a fucking idiot.
You're not an idiot.
It makes me feel like a fucking idiot.
You're not an idiot.
And I'm not. It's not your fault. No, I'm choosing to feel this way.
I know it's not my fault. I didn't do anything.
I'm choosing to feel this way.
I know.
But you know what? I'm going to stand boldly in my opinion.
Do it.
I liked my fajitas.
Good.
My steak fajitas.
Good.
I liked them. I liked my margarita. I like the tableside guacamole.
I did like the tableside guac because it came with flour tortilla chips, and those were insane.
Unbelievable.
It was like an explosion of oil in your mouth, which is what I like.
I gotta say, I don't like when a restaurant is too dark.
It was too dark.
It's too dark. I'm squinting at you. I'm having a hard time reading the menu. It's overwhelming. I don't like when a restaurant's too dark, too loud.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much.
It's both those things.
But the food was great.
The food was fine.
Casa Vega. You want to be real, Casa? Turn the lights on.
Agree.
Anyways, so
you had an incident this morning.
Okay, I am getting sick and tired of some old people.
Me too.
I don't want to be an ageist. If there are any old people, here for the podcast,
welcome.
They probably can't hear us.
Yeah.
Because they're old. But I'm finding these boomers, these greatest generation people, and I'm sure none of you are listening.
Yeah. They don't listen.
So maybe the sleepyheads will relate to this, are so impatient.
Well, they don't have long to live.
I'm at Big Five. It's me and this other boomer in line. That's it. And the woman behind the counter is checking me out. And the guy is getting so annoyed with how long it's taking.
What was he doing? Huffing
and shaking his head and putting his hands up. And it's like, buddy, what? Just because you're older, you can't wait? And I'm like, you ruined the planet, okay? You should have to wait.
Yeah, you should have to wait and watch it burn down.
Your generation ruined our fucking planet, and now you got to sit at Big Five and wait for me to check out. That's the thing. I'm never rude to cashier people.
No, you can't. If you're rude to people in the service industry, that is a dark reflection on who you are as a person.
These are people, they're doing their jobs. They have feelings. They're frustrated.
And their jobs are not easy.
They're not easy. And you know what? I think a lot of these people might like their jobs.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for people like you, old guy, huffing and puffing. And you know what pissed me off? He had fucking AirPods in.
Oh, that's annoying.
So he's listening to a fucking podcast. Dude, relax. Listen to your podcast.
I know.
Where do you gotta go?
Yeah, I liked being a server. It was like annoying people who made it difficult.
It really, really bothered me. And I wish I would have stood up and had a fight with this guy.
Yeah.
I wanted to kick this guy's ass.
Yeah.
Huffing and puffing. I'm old. I don't have to wait. You do have to wait because you ruined the environment. You used way too much oil. My nieces can't breathe. Okay.
Well, they can breathe, but maybe not for long.
It's fucking bullshit. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
Old people, relax. You would think that the old people would be wise enough to kind of chill out.
Yeah, but for some reason, they're giving themselves more stress. I mean, that man is just asking for a heart attack.
I just feel like some old people, they just, it makes me think like, do you really not get it? Do I somehow get life more than you?
It's possible.
What an unfortunate thing to be that age. The guy was probably like 68. To be that age. And maybe he had somewhere important to go. But I'm just like.
Where?
What are you doing at a Big Five?
What are you doing at a Big Five if you have something important to be at? Sorry.
No, finish it. Finish the punchline.
I don't know.
I
didn't think there was a punchline.
That's the punchline.
Is it that funny?
I think what you're gonna find is the sleepyheads are in their car. They're on the edge of their seat.
Okay, go for it.
No, you already said it.
Well, you said how you were gonna say it.
I was gonna say it the exact same way.
Oh.
I just looked at you because
sometimes I like finishing your sentences and he thinks it's interrupting, but I think it's finishing each other's sentences.
I think it's good. It just sometimes when I edit the clips, it can be hard. But if I know you're about to do it, like I just did, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you take it.
Thanks.
I'm just like, yeah, where do you have to go? Why are you in a Big Five if you're in such a rush? It's also like, there's no one in this Big Five. It's not a long line. If you're in a rush, go on Amazon. All right. That's it. That's what I want to say about old people. Sleepyheads.
Sound off in the comments.
Sound off in the fucking comments.
Let us know.
So
we have a lot of single friends, and they often ask us if we have anyone to set them up with. And typically the answer is no. But sometimes these people find each other, and there's nothing we can do about it.
And that's
fine.
That's the best case scenario. Where
I don't want to set anybody up because I've done it badly many times.
I've set people up in the past, and I don't think I've ever set anyone up, and it goes well.
No.
I think I set people up, and then I get a call, and there's just like, how low do you think of me that you think I would like this person?
Yeah, that I've had that too.
And I'm just like, I don't know.
Like, I like everybody. Sorry.
I've
Says the woman who last week was like, 10s only. That's for a threesome. It's different.
I've set people up. One time I set up a friend with one of your friends, and my friend cried the whole first date.
What?
My friend cried the whole first date. And and I found out, and I was like, oh my God. And he's a very sensitive guy. He's a very sweet guy. And I love that about him. I'm a crier, and I think men should be allowed to cry.
Totally, but not on dates. So we don't set people up anymore.
And it's just nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking because I really don't want to be to blame for a relationship going sour or for someone's bad behavior.
Me neither.
I don't want to be responsible. And I also, I think I talked about this the other night. Who you are in a relationship is your most vulnerable self. And it should be. And sometimes that's ugly. And sometimes that's beautiful.
But it's mostly disgusting.
And sometimes it's disgusting. But it's not how I know that person.
Yeah, I don't know how you are in a relationship.
But it's like, that is such a nuanced, specific experience. You don't know anything about your friends.
Yeah, we really don't know anything about the people we are closest to in this world.
Unless they have a podcast and they're talking about, everything that's going on in their life every week like we are.
Yeah, you guys know everything about us.
I don't think you know everything about us. There are things we're cutting.
There are things we're keeping from you. But anyway, so 2 of our friends found each other. We had nothing to do with it. And we're a little anxious.
And I think it could work out.
I think it could work out.
And I hope it works
that's
out.
What's so scary.
I think I think because these are 2 very close friends of ours.
Yeah.
And we love them both so much. And we just don't want to see the glass shattered.
I don't want to see the glass shatter.
And if it doesn't work out, that's fine.
Totally fine.
I just hope it's not because the glass is thrown to the ground. It's because the glass is taken and gently placed on the ground.
But in a hard way that it shatters.
No, I don't want that.
Oh, I'm confused. I thought you were saying that you don't want the glass to shatter, but if you place it on the ground, isn't it shattering? What do you mean?
Okay, there's a difference. The glass is the relationship. And sleepyheads have heard me compare relationships to glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's as far as my brain can stretch. The glass is a relationship.
Oh, so if it doesn't work out, you just want it to be because it was placed on the ground, not because it was shattered.
Yeah, not because someone took it and threw it against the wall.
You just want them to have placed it on the ground and left it there.
I want an easy, emergency landing.
But it can be said that glass left on the ground notoriously gets kicked over and shatters then.
It's weird. It's a weird situation because I do love love.
I love love.
And I do have a lot of friends that I think are good catches. But that's why I'm happy this was organic. We did not set these people up. They found each other.
And it's none of our fucking business now. And we will watch quietly from the sidelines, biting our nails the entire time.
And I don't want to get in the middle.
No, don't want to get in the middle.
But I want it to work out.
I want it to work out too. That'd be fun.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Grief, 1 month out.
So, as you guys know, our
beloved dog,
Red,
passed about a month ago.
And
25 days to be exact.
This woman does not... Do you not think I can finish a sentence?
No. I just love finishing your sentences.
I know that's like a sign of people in love, but I don't think I like it.
Well, too bad. Sucker. When I stop finishing his sentences, guys, you know we're in trouble.
So we are 1 month out.
25 days, but it's basically a month.
And to me, it's harder than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because when something bad happens, I feel like there's a road to go on that's very clear. Grieving, talking about it with friends. But then, like, you're still, but then like a month later where we're at, it's like, we're still sad.
We're still on the road, but people aren't checking in as much, and people don't want to hear about it anymore, and people don't understand, and
you get you get paranoid that like, do people
think I'm insane?
People want me to move on, and I'm not accusing anyone of anything.
No, of course everyone wants us to be okay, and like,
but it is. But for me, it's like I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like I'm glad I'm not being asked what happened anymore. But it is just more difficult now because I am so sad still, and it's hard to just be like, yeah, let's go do stuff, and I don't know.
This is the hardest part about grieving. I did not expect this.
No.
I thought it would be like, kind of like very intense, 2 weeks, and then it would kind of float away. But it's still there. I'm still feeling it. I'm still sad, but it is like, now it is nauseating to feel it, to talk about it, but you can only feel what you feel. You can't push it away.
No, and I have been more crying, and Noah has been more stoic about it. So he got very worried I would leave him because I'm so unhappy, when that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I was getting in my head because when you're grieving with someone, and that person, like yourself, is crying, and I'm more stoic and just kind of sad and just kind of feel these moments where she's supposed to be there. And I start to get in my head, and I'm like, am I a fucking sociopath?
No.
Like, why am I not crying? Like, why are you crying and I'm not crying? Like, did I not love my dog the same way, No.
Who's to say, why you're not crying and why I'm crying? But, she and I did have I'm sorry, but a bit more of a connection.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but we did. We did.
I do see what you're saying.
I know. That's all right.
I think it's the same as like a child is always going to be a little bit more drawn and connected to their mother because they breastfed them, they came out of them, like they're.
Which I didn't do any of that shit with Red, to be clear. But she was just a mommy's girl.
Yeah.
Like, she just was. And some dogs are daddy's girls. Like, I had another dog die at the beginning of this year, my family dog, and she was very much obsessed with my dad. And so he's grieving much harder than my mom is. My parents aren't together, but they live together. She lives in his back house. But
I also think, like, my relationship with Red was like, I was the one who like trained her more and walked her more. I think I did more of the stuff that's like,
well, yeah, you were like stern daddy.
I was like more of like the stern dad, and you were more like, come here and I'm gonna cuddle you, and I did those things too.
Yeah.
But I think like, I don't know, it's just different.
Yeah.
It's hard to talk about.
Well, yeah, but everyone has a different relationship with their dog. And the next dog, I will be stern daddy, and you can be mommy, because I can't do it again.
But I also, you will do it again.
You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
We get another dog in here. You're telling me you are who you are, Sid. You're not gonna change for a dog just because one dog broke your heart.
Maybe.
You're just not. That's just not the way the world works.
Anyways. 1 month out.
1 month out.
Let's close this up, shall we? What are we into?
What are we into this week?
We're into something really fun, guys.
And we're going to give you the same answer. Usually we give you, a different answer each, but we are both on a kick of watching French movies together.
It's really fun, like French New Wave movies from 60s. From 60s.
Is it from the 60s?
It's from the 60s. So we talk in Italian accents while we watch the French movies. Now, we watched La Piscine, starring Alain Delon and Romy Schneider.
And Jane Birkin.
Jane Birkin was in it. And then we watched another Jane Birkin movie, and a Bridget Bardot movie called Don Juan, or If Don Juan Were a Woman. And I've got to say, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen, but you should watch it. That's
what's cool about these French movies is like, even when they're bad, they're intriguing.
And they're fun. Don Juan. Okay. Don Juan. They sing that the whole time.
And
it's a horrific movie, and I really think you should watch it. It's so bad.
I like it as like an aspiring filmmaker, or as a filmmaker. because you learn
Yeah.
a different technique.
Cool shots. Cool shots.
And also, I mean, I feel it's a reminder of, I think, how much the audience lets the filmmaker get away with things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's and a reminder of like, it doesn't have to always be so heavy-handed and perfectly thought out. Like sometimes the film can be imperfect, and that works for the audience.
Mm-hmm. And you have a good time.
Also, like, especially these French movies, they're so sexy.
They're very sexy. Fully saw Jane Birkin naked.
If you have a sexy movie, you can get away with a lot.
You can get away with a lot. Keep that in mind, my little filmmakers.
Like that Don Juan movie makes absolutely no sense, but there's a ton of naked women and men in it. There's a lot of sex, and there's a lot of flirting, and it just makes you want to keep watching.
Yeah, that was fun.
So that's what we're into this week. We bought a DVD player.
Yeah, we bought a DVD player that we're really into.
Because there's this place in LA called Vidiots. If you live in LA, you should go check it out. It's like, you know, classic rental store. You could go there and you rent DVDs.
And it's so much fun.
It's really fun. I forgot how much fun that is.
It's so fun. We watched All That Jazz the other day too. Such a good movie.
I think you take the video watching experience for granted when you can just go on Amazon Prime, click it, download, and watch it.
But to like really think through the movie choice and have to make a decision and you can't change it, that's fun.
It's also really fun to like debate what movie we should watch in Vidiots.
Yeah, it's really fun.
You know, like, because there are higher stakes. You've left your house to go watch this movie, to go get this movie. You're paying for it. You have to incur late fees if you don't bring it back. Like, you want to make a good sound choice.
Yeah.
And I think when we rent a movie at home, if one of us doesn't like the movie, we'll turn it off. Even if we paid for it.
But DVD, you ain't doing that.
But I feel like if I rented a movie that you didn't like, you would just sit through and watch it and come to an analysis on it at the end.
And that's what we did with Don Juan. Horrific movie that I think we would have turned off in the past, but we watched all of it. And I'm glad we did because we had a lot to laugh about during it. And the last shot is hilarious. Like, it's worth a watch.
So that's what we're into.
That's what we're into.
Guys, we have a Patreon.
And we're going to continue this conversation over on Patreon.
We're going to go to the Patreon now and continue it. And you guys should become Patreon members because we got some pretty sick stuff going on there.
Yeah.
We also have a YouTube page, youtube.com/The Bedtime Podcast. We also have a clips page for all of our clips, youtube.com/The Bedtime Podcast Clips. TikTok. We're on Instagram. Go do the things. And please, 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 if you have a second and you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or you listen to us on Spotify, go rate us, review us.
Leave us a review. But seriously, you should get on that Patreon because in the next Patreon episode, Noah's going to tell us which celebrity's naked body looks like mine.
Wow.
And that's worth $5 a month.
I think you guys are going to want to hear that.
You're going to want to hear it. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night, sleepyheads. Love you.
It's the Bedtime Podcast.